Adoption is not a solution for infertility, and I'm going to double down on that statement. And this commenter here says, IVF is a solution for people who want to be parents, and adoption is a solution for people who want to be parents. Therefore, aren't they interchangeable? And they are not. The implications of adoption on a child are vast and far-reaching and will color their entire lives. Adopting a child is not just something you do. It is something that will impact everybody involved for the rest of their lives. The biological family, the child, most importantly, and then the adoptive family. When a child is adopted, they are missing a huge chunk of information about who they are oftentimes. And many times, adoptees will say that they would have rather been with their family of origin, their biological family. It has implications on the child. And to act like going through IVF and having a pregnancy where you deliver a child that is biologically related to you is the same as adopting. They are not the same thing. And oftentimes, just the way we talk about adoption in the infertility community is troublesome. People will say, worst case scenario, if we can't conceive, we'll adopt. Worst case scenario. If it's their worst case scenario, then it is not a solution for them. That is not a solution. It is their last resort to be parents, and that is not the way to go into adoption. Adoption can be incredibly traumatic, and this commenter wants to know why. Isn't it better than being stuck in the system? And that's viewing it in this small lens of adoption through foster care. But adoptions of all kinds are very traumatic. International adoptions, private adoptions, adoption through foster care, they're all traumatic for children in different ways. And maybe not every child views it as traumatic, but there are implications. I know that even just as a mother of a child who's been adopted, that when I fill out paperwork for that child, I have to fill in unknown, not sure, I don't know, for many of the questions about my child. And I do not have that same experience when I'm filling out paperwork for my child who was born via IVF. They are different things. We need to stop equating adoption to fertility. They're not the same, and we should not treat them the same. People need to be more educated on adoption. They need to follow adoptees. They need to learn from adoptees before they continue to provide adoption as a solution for infertility and every other reproductive justice thing that women bring up. Adoption is not a solution for anything. We also can't have this conversation without highlighting the fact that adoption is incredibly unethical in our country, and it is essentially a money grab oftentimes. It is an industry. It is an industry. So when we talk about adoption, we are not just talking about families adopting children. We are talking about companies making a profit off of small children oftentimes. You cannot talk about adoption without viewing it through that lens as well.